It's just insane to me how people are still trying to reach for these narratives out there, which aren't true when it comes to this investigation from the Caitlin Clark versus Chicago Sky, where the Chicago Sky claimed that racism was involved, that things were said about them, but the investigation found nothing. There were 17,000 people who attended. People have cell phones these days. I'm sure if they saw something going on, wouldn't they have recorded it? And wouldn't they have reported the incident to the WNBA? I'm sure that if it were true, something would have popped up on TikTok, somewhere on Instagram, YouTube Shorts, wherever, and there would have been some evidence. But they found nothing. This reporter, we've talked about her before in the past. I'm not even going to say her name. I used to conduct investigations. Okay. I want people to understand that when an allegation can't be substantiated, that doesn't mean it didn't happen. The word substantiate means provide evidence to support or prove the truth of. So the allegations that came out from Chicago Sky saying, oh, this was going on. The assistant coaches didn't have anything to prove it. The coach, the players, the water boy, the fans of Chicago Sky who probably sat near the bench, they had nothing. And you're saying that just because it hasn't been proven, that doesn't mean it didn't take place. I have a hard time believing that because, again, if it took place, somebody would have recorded it. Like, think about the LeBron James situation where he approached Stephen A. Smith. Guess what happened? Someone in the crowd recorded the incident right away because they noticed that, oh, what's going on? What's happening here? You don't think a fan, if they heard something racist from a Fever fan, they wouldn't have recorded it and shown it to their, you know, circle of influence and maybe posted it on TikTok? It probably would have gone viral, but that never happened. So this is just ridiculous to me. The likelihood of this claim being substantiated was always going to be hard. So you're saying that the WNBA had no chance here. A league with all the resources wouldn't be able to find evidence. That is insane to me because you need witnesses who are willing to talk. So the witnesses of the crowd, you're saying they're all just going to be silent. Like 17,000 people are just going to be like all in one accord. Like, we got to stand together, even though there's racism going on, we're just going to sit here and say nothing. All 17,000 people. Okay. In a fact finding without witnesses, and particularly at an event this massive, that may be hard to find. How? When everyone has a cell phone these days. What are we doing here? So there's not video, for example, it's hard to investigate and therefore cannot be substantiated. Well, there would have been a video, but there wasn't because nobody had evidence. And I'm sure somebody would have recorded that happening. I'm not saying that's what happened here. Well, you're still trying to imply it. What I am saying is that an unsubstantiated claim that something didn't happen. And since investigations are confidential, we would never know that information. So let me get this straight. If the WNBA had the information, they would have kept it quiet. Like, if they had actual evidence, they would have never reported it because they had to keep it quiet and confidential. Come on, guys. What are we doing here? This is just nuts to me. If there was actual, evidence of this coming out, then yeah, we would have seen it by now. But to act like, oh, well, you know what? Just because they found no evidence doesn't mean there was nothing going on. Can we be serious for a moment here? Again, there's a ton of fans there at the game, and they found nothing. And why would the WNBA withhold information? Especially of this magnitude, they don't want this on their brand. It would have hurt their image. Let's just use some common sense here. I just don't get why people do this. The problem with your logic is that you literally can't disprove this, so it can't be substantiated is all they can say. The bigger problem is that they open investigation put out a pressure when there was no actual allegation other than an online troll. So yeah, you can keep going back and forth, but you look like a fool right now, in my opinion. It doesn't look good. If you're a reporter for a sport, you got to be credible and act like you know what you're talking about. She's never given Caitlin Clark credit. She won't because she has her own agendas, and that's what some of the media does, and it's that's why they're dying, and people don't really like them and give them attention, or the viewership is going down and the interest is down because these folks want to create these stories that aren't real. So again, like this person says, in a stadium full of people who all have phones, no one posted a video online to gain social media clout for proof, but you still want to believe it happened. Come on now. Okay. And yeah, you're here to come on. Are you that serious? Is this no, this is dumb. saying, "I'm here to watch a game." That's not true. People will record it. Like, you really think a place you're employed at is comparable to a basketball game you pay $50 to attend? Exactly. Who keeps you on your payroll with takes like this? Like, this is insane to me. You really think a fan base who has the freedom to do whatever they want, they record games, they take pictures and everything. You really think they're just gonna ignore that? Are we that ignorant today? To act like, "Oh, yeah, we're just here to watch the game." Some people are like that, but some fans, they see something going on, they record it because they want attention. They want clout like these people are saying, but she just wants to dismiss it to get off her tape. I mean, geez, man, it's just embarrassing stuff. Jennifer Lawrence allegedly asked me on a date. I can't substantiate it, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen. Yeah, I have I just don't get it with this lady. It just looks so bad, you know? And again, don't just act like, "Oh, well, I'm not trying to say this happened, but I'm still implying it." You want it to happen, and there's no proof, and you're mad about it. You're upset because the WNBA didn't find any evidence. So you're trying to carry on this made up story, and you look really, really ignorant at the end of the day. By the way, Caitlin Clark was also mic'd up for that game. So I'm sure something would have been heard on her mic, but didn't hear a thing. Yet we just ignore that. Let's just ignore that's some good evidence right there. I'm sure the WNBA looked at it. And here's the thing, if you used to conduct investigations, did you give your input on this process? Did you ever reach out to the league? And did you do your own investigation? You're a reporter, right? Like, I just don't get what she's just trying to, carry this story on and get clout. And hey, if you want to get some rage bait in your X account, I respect it. Hey, do what you got to do, but you're going to get clowned on and ratioed like crazy, which is what's happening here. These people don't like what she's saying. And this league deserves a ratings crash. It's going to have, wow, Clark is out. Yep, it's going to happen because they took 10 plus days to complete this investigation. And you probably turned off some fans. You probably turned off some new fans who were interested in watching. And probably after watching that game, you might have just said, bye bye. They might have been like, you know what? I'm not watching this. It's a waste of time. Too much drama. This isn't basketball. So, yikes. We're going to see how the ratings look the next few weeks. I'm very curious, but my goodness, why do we do this in today's society where we just can't accept the facts and move on? Like, just stop it. Like, let the league grow. Because if the league grows, you make more money too, instead of having these wasted conversations. I'm just saying. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Love to hear your thoughts about what Natalie Esquire, we'll say her name at the end, had to say about the investigation that went nowhere with Caitlin Clark, how she claimed that it might have happened. And love to hear your thoughts on that. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to share the video, and I'll see you in the next one.